Some carry handgun. Most of us carry legal handguns.
Oh, I see.
Some carry handgun. Most of us carry legal handguns.
Oh, I see. Is that like a security thing?
Yeah, for self-protection.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, Shalom. This is Brother Gabar of Lions Den Camp, located here in Jacksonville, Florida. First and foremost, before I hop into this lesson, I would like to give all praises to the Most High in their true Paleo-Hebrew names and in the Paleo-Hebrew tongue. So with that, I would like to say, Kal Halayim, Le Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushua, Bahashim, Ha Rakak, Wadash, Shema Muff. Double honors to the apostles and elders of GMS. Double honors to my elder as well, Aharwan Banyasharallah. And Shalom to you brothers and sisters, pushing and keeping this truth and faith and the sincerity unto the end, man. All right. So this is going to be a quick land back lesson off the lesson the elder of this camp just recently did on the camp Zakari, and one of the leaders, Alazar, they got into an altercation, with the police, just basically stemming from being rebellious, prideful, arrogant, and somewhat carnal, teaching and having guns on them at camp and things of that nature. And I'm gonna put the link in the bio of the elder video so you can watch that video as well. But it's just a couple precepts that came to mind as I was watching that video. With the first one coming out of the book of Sirach, chapter 10 and verse 18, it says, "Pride was not made for men, nor furious anger for them that are born of a woman." All right, so it says pride was not made for men. All right, and when you watch that video, the dude was real prideful, man. The cop was being real lenient, more than reasonable. It was a situation that could have been easily de-escalated and easily resolved, to get back to doing the Lord's work, And I was about to say something too. Cotton says, pride was not made for men. And I wanted to say something too, because it seemed like a lot of younger dudes was a part of that camp when you watch that video. And then, I don't know, it's just, man, a prideful and an arrogant leader, will cause the ruin of like all of his men. You know what I'm saying? If you think about like a general or a commander on the battlefield, if you got a prideful, arrogant general or commander that don't know, when to walk away, that don't know when to apply wisdom to a situation, man, he'll cause the death or, the affliction or the, detriment of his whole troop, man, his whole regiment, being foolish and prideful and arrogant, So that's just something to be watchful of, within these different camps like Sakari, IUIC, so on and so forth, man. Because the leader, and that's even in the scriptures, man. If a ruler hearken unto lies, then all his servants are wicked, roughly paraphrasing. So you don't want to follow prideful and arrogant, leaders, man. Those that don't know how to apply humility, in the knowledge and the wisdom of these scriptures, the very things that they claim to preach, teach, and profess. Time, man. This next precept is coming out of the book of Proverbs, chapter 16 and verse 7. It says, "When a man's ways please the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushua, he maketh even his enemies to be at peace with him," man. All right, so it says when a man's ways please the Lord, right? And what's pleasing unto the Lord, being a man of the Lord, especially being out on the streets, teaching the word of the Lord, doing it correctly in decency and in order, man. Having your garments. That's another thing I noticed. None of them had garments. They look like, and not to be derogatory, because that's something that you could get stereotyped easily, but just, for the sake of, we're supposed to look like men of the Lord, be presented as men of the Lord. But watching that video, they just look like some NIGGASs on the street, man. Jeans, jackets, what I'm saying? T-shirts, just baseball caps, teaching with the head covered, what I'm saying? And was known to have weapons on them, and they all got their hands in their pockets, you know what I'm saying? If you're known to have like weapons on you, everybody standing around with their hands in their pockets, you know what I'm saying, dressed like you just out on the street, not like you teaching the word of the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushua, how you should according to these scriptures, yeah, you know what I'm saying, you're gonna get some negative attention. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna get what you're looking for, basically. And you'll see that in that video, man. The cop was being more than reasonable with him. But he just kept bucking up, kept being arrogant, kept being combative. And you know, the cop was like, hey, we heard y'all got some guns over here. So like, y'all got some weapons over here. You know, we might have to get internal affairs involved or something like that. You know, that's a whole nother issue. When all you were sent out to do was teach the word of the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushua, in truth and in sincerity. You know what I'm saying? And it says, when a man's ways please the Lord, he maketh even his enemies to be at peace with him, man. All right, and I wanted to bring this out also, just in relation to the situation being in this camp. You know, it's been a couple of times where we had a police officers come up, or whatever the case may be, and you know, just being peaceable among all men, using wisdom, man. It was nothing, just a couple words, some, you know, waves, smiles, and that was it. You know, it was no altercation further than that. And that's moving in wisdom, man. That's moving in the spirit of the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushua. And it also goes with having wise leaders, man, you know, who know how to apply the wisdom, you know, of the scriptures, man, through the spirit of the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushua. You know, come on, man, because hey, if that was like a carnal battle, if that was a carnal battle and it escalated beyond that, him being arrogant and prideful, he would have led all his men to be slaughtered. You know, if this was a carnal fight in that situation, man, you feel me? A wise leader, a wise, you know, general commander, he know how to pick and choose, you know, battles, you know, because ultimately it's the war that you want to win, you know. So so it says, when a man ways please the Lord, he maketh even his enemies to be at peace with him. So as I was saying, it's been a few times where, you know, police or armed security guards have come up, you know, and it just, hey, our ways was pleasing unto the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushua. So he made our enemies to be at peace with us, man. You know, it was, like I said, a couple words, you know, and that was it, you know. And that's, you know, moving in wisdom, man, moving according to the scriptures. You know, teaching and relaying this message, how the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushua, requires of us, Salakia. All right. And next precept is going to be coming out of Salakia, the book of 1 Timothy, chapter 6. And I'm going to get verse 12. It says, fight the good fight of faith, lay hold on eternal life, whereunto thou art also called, and hast professed a good profession before many witnesses, man. All right, so it says, fight the good fight of faith. All right, it is fighting a good fight of faith, man, is, you know, being spiritual. You know, at camp, you know, you shouldn't have no firearms, you know, at camp, you know, weapons on you while you teaching, man. You know, that's not being spiritual. That's not trusting and having faith within the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushua. You know, it says, fight the good fight of faith. And how do we fight that? We fight with our words. We fight with our knowledge. We fight with our wisdom. You know what I'm saying? We fight with the spirit of the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushua. All right. And using wisdom, being wise as a serpent, harmless as a dove. Fighting the good fight of faith is the cops come up, tell you to move. Okay, we got you, officer, and you move. All right, so you can get right back to teaching the word of the Lord and faith and in sincerity. All right, not spending 20, 30 minutes going back and forth with the officer. Ain't nobody getting edified. Ain't nobody hearing prophecy. Nobody hearing the Lord's true name. Nobody hearing that they're Israelite, and so on and so forth. All right, it says, fight the good fight of faith, lay hold on eternal life, whereunto thou art also called, and has professed a good profession before many witnesses, man. All right, so another point, you also got to be called. You know what I'm saying? To teach this truth, to teach this word, man, and truth and faith and in sincerity. All right. If they're not doing it in truth and faith and sincerity, man, they were not called. All right, to relay the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushua's message. All right, and it says, whereunto thou art also called, and has professed a good profession before many witnesses, man. All right, how do we profess a good profession before many witnesses? Man, standing for the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua in boldness and sincerity. You know what I'm saying? In our garments, lifting up our voice, lifting up this truth, relaying the Lord's testimony, showing forth the spirit of the Lord, not only when we out teaching, but in our personal lives and our daily lives. That's how we show forth a good profession, man. Before many witnesses, the people. All right, what you see in that video is them not professing a good profession. Even the officer was like, "Hey, just roughly paraphrasing the conversation, like, hey, y'all supposed to be men of the Lord. This ain't portraying men of the Lord. This ain't, what I'm saying? You should portray yourselves differently." You know what I'm saying? What they were doing were not professing a good profession unto the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. That was just professing rebelliousness, ignorance, pridefulness, and that was done. And I'm just go straight to the next precept. This is the book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 14 and verse 10. Salakia, that's not it. Here we go, 14 and 40, Salakia. All right, this is the book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 14 and verse 40. It says, "Let all things be done decently and in order." All right, and that's another thing that you see in that video, a complete disorder. Like if you look at the camp, how it's structured, just standing around, you know what I'm saying? It was no order, it was no structure, you know what I'm saying? It was no order within the spirit of the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. It didn't look like brothers teaching the word of the Lord. You know what I'm saying? It didn't look like spiritual men teaching the Bible. It literally looked like and again, I hate to say it because we get stereotyped, but it looked like a gang of NIGGASs. No garments, just t-shirts, hands in the baseball caps, hoodies, hands in the jacket, hands in the pockets, just standing around. You know what I'm saying? It was just it wasn't that wasn't done decently and or in order. Even how the leader Al-Azhar handled that situation, it was not done decently and in order, through the spirit of the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, and through the wisdom of the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua that we learn from these scriptures and the elders and apostles that came before us, man, that passed this wisdom on down. All right, so man, that was just a display of pride, arrogance, rebelliousness. Still teaching with hats on, hoodies on, when the scriptures clearly say, if a man pray or prophesy with his head covered, he dishonoreth his head. You know what I'm saying? Our head being Yahweh Shah. So man, these type of leaders and camps and spectacles avoid. And with that, I'm going to say shalom.